There is a reason, why you are not going to be able to stop thinking about exactly what is going to inspire you so much within the first 13 days of November. The first 13 days of November, my gorgeous Erini, are going to be absolutely massive for you indeed. And especially in terms of numerology, when it comes to numbers 323, this is a very powerful combination of numbers, and it means that this month it's gonna be so important for you, but it's gonna come with such a big element of surprise. And when I say this, I'm focusing on you really strongly, subconsciously even, maybe thinking that the month of November is gonna be a little bit dark, a little bit negative, a little bit boring, but my God, it is going to turn out to be completely different. My gorgeous Erini, I need you to listen to me very carefully. This is one of the best months I've seen for you in a very long time. So you need to listen to this because it's ever so important. The first 13 days are also bringing you this mind-blowing revelation. This revelation I'm talking about is the direction that your life it's about to take. It's gonna be absolutely life-changing in every possible way. When it comes to money, when it comes to finances, when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to the big lifestyle change, this is all going to be leading to. My gorgeous Erini, this is just the beginning. The next few months are gonna be probably one of the best few months you've ever had, or one of the best few months you've had in a very long time. So shall I start talking about this 13 day? The first 13 days are gonna be so important. Listen, my gorgeous Erini, something is going to inspire you. Within the first 13 days, something is gonna happen. Something is gonna blow you away. Something is going to inspire you so much to the point you're not gonna be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. And you know, this inspiration, it's something it's gonna inspire you. Something is gonna rejuvenate you at that moment in time, my gorgeous Erini. Something is going to rejuvenate you, and something is gonna bring so much positivity into your life straight away at that moment in time, purely the way because of this, purely the way how you're gonna feel. So whatever inspires you within the first 13 days of November, it's also going to, listen, first of all, something is going to inspire you, okay? And once this particular thing inspires you, you will immediately feel like you need to explore something. You need to explore something. You will want to find out more about something. You will want to dive into something. You will want to explore something immediately. My gorgeous Erini, whatever you feel, whatever inspires you in the first place, whatever made you feel like you need to explore something immediately, everything is going to pick up at this moment in time in your life. Everything is going to start picking up. Honestly, and I mean this like in terms of energy, you will realize the first 13 days, oh my God, how much your energy is going to change. Your physical energy, your spiritual energy, you're even going to start looking really great. I'm not saying you're not looking great now, please don't get me wrong. I mean like you're going to be shining really brightly. Your energy is going to be so powerful, so you will be attracting the right people and the right situations into your life. Indeed, when that happens, we become unstoppable. We become unstoppable. And I can assure you that there are going to be people in your life who you know you know, for a very long time, or people who you know are gonna be telling you, oh my God, you look so good, you look so different, your energy is so amazing, what happened? You know what I mean? This is exactly how things are gonna be taking place, and how things are gonna be happening in your life throughout the months of November. But let me tell you, this inspiration you are going to have, you're immediately going to feel like you want to explore something, you want to find out a little bit more about something, you want to kind of dive into something. This in itself, it's going to lead towards you making this major choice by the end of the month of November 2024. My gorgeous Erini, you are going to make this major choice. This major choice you are going to make, it's going to change your life forever in the best possible way. You will be doing something that you're so passionate about. And this is something you should focus on. Focus on your passion. Focus on things that you're so passionate about. There is a reason why you're suddenly so passionate about this, my gorgeous Erini, indeed. And yes, you need to kind of remember, within the first 13 days only, by the end of this month, you will see, oh my God, these things are going to start happening really fast indeed. You will see that. But now, at this stage of your mind, you need to be at this stage, you need to be in this particular frame of mind where you understand that something may take a slightly longer, but it's not. It only seems like it. But you need to be in this specific frame of mind where you're gonna say to yourself, well, yes, something may take a little bit longer here, but it's gonna be fine. The time goes fast. Time flies, baby, like there is no tomorrow. You know, time goes really fast, but that's not the case here. That's not the case here. I told you, by the end of the month of November, you are going to be able to make this major choice, my gorgeous Erini. Okay? So this is why you have to think positive. You have to readjust, realign just a little bit if you think that something may take here a little bit longer. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it. And on top of all that, you know, this major choice you're going to be able to make by the end of November, you know, it's like this is gonna start bringing positivity, freedom, fun, and optimism, so much confidence and enthusiasm and happiness into your life already from the 19th of November onwards. Already from the 19th of November onwards. Oh my God, you're gonna be so busy, you're gonna feel so good, you're gonna be all over the place. I mean, I don't even know how to explain how important this is gonna be. You're not only gonna like reconnect with yourself, but you're also going to start reconnecting with the people around you. So now suddenly, especially from the 19th of November onwards, you know, there are a couple of people that you're suddenly gonna be I was drinking lots of water. There are going to be a couple of people that you're suddenly going to be reminded of, my gorgeous Erini, that you haven't seen in absolute ages, but you want to see them so badly. And this is going to just come to you out of blue. But it's not out of blue, really. It's just because now this stage of your life is the time of changes. And for you to be reminded of some really precious people in your life, it's also a really great sign that you have come out of something really dark and negative that maybe it has been affecting you for the last couple of years, in particular when it comes to the certain relationships in your life, but you just couldn't explain this. You know, and I think that there are lots of things that are actually going to become crystal clear as well this month. But however, it's always a good sign, you know, that if we do want to kind of reconnect with certain people we haven't seen in a while, it's always a good sign, because these are certain people who are meant to be on our spiritual journey, who are meant to be part of our lives. So whether these are like like a friends that we know for a very long time, or whether these are like our family members, you know, like it doesn't really matter. It's always a good sign, you know, of personally you are moving forward in life. So that in itself also kind of means that you will feel like there are certain things that you need to look deeper into as well. And especially when it comes to the one specific person, because one specific person ate around the 14th and the 15th of November. One particular person in your life, it's really kind of going to one particular person will be going through something very, very difficult, okay? I'm not being funny about this whatsoever. One particular person in your life, at around the 14th and the 15th of November, will be going through something very, very difficult, like a really abrupt, horrible change that that person is going to. Now, when I mention people in your life, I don't like mention just some random nana. Do you know what I mean? Random nana. I don't mention some random nana on the road. You know, when I talk about people in your life, I'm talking about people that are basically fundamental part of your spiritual journey. So whether this is this is an amazing family member who is very close to you, or whether this is one of your best friends. But if it's one of your best friends, it's one of, like a really amazing friend. But somebody, and you will know about this by the 14th and the 15th of November. And even if you don't know by now, you know, maybe it's gonna take an additional week for you to find this out. I mean, it doesn't have to happen necessarily on the 14th of November, but it can happen at around the 14th of November, really. But you will find out about this particular person in your life. Somebody's just going through something really difficult, very abrupt change, and that particular person feels like the sky is coming down at the moment. Honestly, somebody is having an abrupt change that is affecting them, it's affecting their finances, it's affecting their financial situation. They feel like everything is ruined in their life. That particular person, they feel like, oh my God, so much it's come to an end, so much has come to an abrupt end, and that person is like a little bit lost at the moment, because that particular person is going through something really difficult, and whatever that person is going through, it's most certainly affecting their finances and their financial situation, but it's really scary. You know, and you're going to find out about it. And I know this sounds really weird, but what you need to explain to this person, I'm not telling you that what you're going to find out just for the sake of it. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, you're going to find out that this person is going through something really difficult. It's like a really abrupt change that is affecting their finances, and that particular person is like really, really lost at the moment. And that particular person is going to be lost for the next 2 months. Did you hear it? For the next 2 months. The reason I'm telling you this, not because I'm being a dark lala, or I suppose I could prepare you to this situation. That's fine, you can prepare. When we are prepared in this particular situation, I suppose we respond even better, because we've got a time to think with this particular situation. But I want to say this to you, because that particular person is going to think like the whole world has come to an end. But that situation in that person's life, it's going to resolve itself in 2 months. In 2 months' time, this is going to resolve itself, and that particular person is going to come on top. Much better, much stronger, much more powerful than that person ever was before, because that particular person is also going to realize invaluable lesson in life. There is some kind of lesson that person is going to learn here that is going to be beneficial for that particular person until the day they go onto a different world forever. And that particular lesson that they've learned, you're gonna find very invaluable. You're gonna find ridiculously important, ridiculously useful as well. You know, there is some kind of a really wise advice that you yourself are actually going to get out of it. So you will know what to pay attention to. You will know how to protect yourself in the future. So something like this that never happens to you. But your spiritual duty right now is you have to explain to this person that somehow, I don't know how you're going to do this, but because that person is having lots of like dark thoughts and negative things on their mind, and they're really thrown out of balance. Maybe they haven't been dealing with situation like this ever, or they haven't been dealing with situation like this in a very, very long time. They got used to one path, and now suddenly they have to deal with so many things, so it feels like the whole sky, you know, is coming down, literally very heavy. Oh, you know, it is indeed. But if you can somehow explain to this person, open their mind, and somehow explain to them that this is going to come to an end by telling this person that they are doing the right thing. They are doing now so much. That particular person is doing now so much, but whatever that person is doing, they get a slap in their face, you know, because it doesn't kind of work out. It seems like nothing is working out, but it's gonna be fine. So you just have to explain to that person to keep going, and keep going no matter what. That particular person needs to keep on being persistent. So you get a lot out of it, you see, because you will understand this, some kind of a lesson that you're gonna find extremely beneficial. But I wouldn't be telling you this if this person is not somebody who's very connected to you, and it's not somebody who is in your life, like who means to you a lot. Do you know what I mean? And also, my gorgeous Erini, at around the 14th of November, like, you really, seriously, hallelujah, baby, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Raise your vibration, my gorgeous Erini, because at around the 14th of November 2024, you, my gorgeous Erini, are going to be so happy. You are going to have a reason to celebrate. Let me just remind you, baby, that I told you that this week is gonna be, this month, it's gonna be amazing. So at around the 14th of November, indeed, you are going to have a big reason to celebrate. You are going to have a big reason to party. And once you have this party, don't you dare to forget to not to invite me. You need to invite me. No, I'm joking. No, seriously, at around the 14th of November, you're going to be so happy. You know, when you become aware of what you're going to become aware of, it's to do with you having this amazing news. And this news is going to make you so happy. Oh my God. You will know that in order to, like, kind of, you will know what do you need to do in order to bring certain problem to an end. Okay, and you're going to be so happy because also you will know how to bring a certain problem to an end, but you're also going to be able to make some kind of a compromise here, but then again at the same time, this is no longer a compromise. This is something that you wanted to do for absolute ages, for the last 4 months. So this is not a compromise anymore. This became like a wish that you want to do this. And that's why you're going to be so happy, because you will not only make a compromise here, like a very, very successful compromise, not only some, you see, you are going to be so happy because you will know that this major problem, this major issue in your life, it's about to come to an end. But you will know in order to bring that to an end, you're going to need to make this compromise. But this compromise is something that you wanted to do for absolute ages, but it's a lot to do with this news that you are going to have. There is something very interesting you're going to find out, and that's why you're going to be so happy. This stage of your life, you need to follow your heart. No matter what, you need to follow your heart when it comes to that compromise, okay? And also at the same time, because I can see you contemplating, you know. Still, when it comes to that compromise, I can see you contemplating, my gorgeous Erini, still a little bit, because you're not going to believe that this is actually happening, and I mean that in a good way. So only late, you know, you're going to find contemplating, and you're still going to be like, oh my God. And then when you're contemplating, it is going to come to you, oh my God, I'm going to do this, you know. And then only when you kind of are chilling out later on, so you're going to be contemplating, and you are going to realize that, you know, this is like the reason why you are thorn in between is because on one hand you wanted to do this for a long time. On one hand you wanted to do this in absolute ages to make this compromise, but then on another hand, half of you is still gonna think like, oh my god, it's happening slightly earlier than what you thought. Something is really going to surprise you about all this, almost as if like you didn't expect this to happen so soon. Maybe you expected this to happen in like about 2 or 3 months or something like that. So this is why you're gonna be thrown out of balance a little bit, and why a bit of a contemplation is gonna be going on. So when you have this contemplation, you're going to realize, thank God, that another half of you is going to win. The half of you who will realize that, you need to make this brave move. You're still going to see this as a brave move, although you waited for it for absolute ages, but you didn't expect this to happen so soon. And this is why you're going to need a little bit of extra time when it comes to this contemplation here, indeed, because first of all, you're going to contemplating, and then you're going to realize, well, I need to do this brave move, to make this compromise. And then within the next few days, in between the 14th and the 17th, I know that you're going to be like kind of relaxing, whether you're going to be meditating, whether you're just going to be chilling out, whether you're going to be sleeping, and then you wake up in the morning and then you just have this sudden realization, my gorgeous Erini, is just going to come to you. I know that you're either going to be meditating, and then it's going to literally it's going to come to you, it's going to come to. So now by this point you already decided to make a brave step or brave move when it comes to this compromise. But then later on, in between the 14th and the 17th, when you have this a bit of like a meditation, or you're going to be lying down, the point of what am I trying to say is, you will be in this relaxed state of mind, whether you're going to be meditating, whether you're going to be chilling out, whether you're going to be sleeping, and then whether you're going to wake up. As soon as we wake up, we are still part of when we sleep and we wake up, we are still somewhere else, part of a different dimension, which is very wise, very, very kind of intense in terms of us being able to reflect in a completely different way. We see what we don't see when we are like kind of awake, you see. So this is when we dwell much deeper. We find ourselves being somewhere completely different, and we are showered, and I mean like showered by the answers that we need when it comes to our problems, and we have these answers every night. We have astral projections every night, my gorgeous Erini, but it's just that we don't wake up, we don't remember necessarily, you see, and this is how it is. So it's going to come to you, through this relaxed state of mind suddenly. And the point is, when we are relaxed also, we are able to cut ourselves away from daily life and all the problems, and it's this specific state of mind we need to reach, that can only be reached through some kind of relaxation. And that's what I'm trying to say. And then when you have this relaxation moment, you're gonna realize, when it comes to you like doing that compromise, there are other things gonna come to you, other realizations, how exactly you're gonna do this and things like that. So this is why this is gonna be so important for you indeed. The additional things which are gonna come to you, that are on one hand going to put your mind to rest, but also in terms of planning, there is something that you're going to come up with completely, like when it comes to this compromise, because you're already going to make that compromise within the next few days. And within the next few days, from the 17th, I know this is a little bit confusing, so that's at around the 17th of November, you're going to be chilling out, and it's going to come to you. And then within the next couple of days after that moment in time, you are literally going to gonna make that compromise, and boom, something really big it's gonna happen. That compromise that you're going to make, it's like gonna be even more successful than you could have possibly imagined, because it will bring you to this point of your life which is really going to surprise you. And because this compromise, it's going to lead towards you having a very, very successful negotiation. Very, very successful negotiation. And when it comes to that very successful negotiation, there is a very interesting offer you are going to have. And I don't think that you should reject this offer. And this offer you are going to have, it's really to do with, this offer, it's going to reflect on your lifestyle, like a lot, in the best possible way. So it's not something that you should reject whatsoever. And also, my gorgeous Erini, I told you this month is going to be crazy. At around the 17th of November, you are going to have an amazing financial opportunity. At around the 17th of November, you are going to have an amazing financial opportunity, but the problem is, or the problem that you are going to find at the moment is that there is something that you're going to need to be doing, there is something that you're going to need to learn. There is something that you're going to need to do beforehand. There is something that you're going to need to learn. And this is really going to be putting you off, because you will understand that before you take that offer, you're going to need to learn something, or to do something for a while that you don't want to do. Something is going to be keep on putting you off. And you have to, again, keep on following your intuition, because whatever this is, whatever it's putting you off, you need to ignore this as much as you can, because you are really going to find yourself being pleasantly surprised. So when it comes to this financial opportunity, something is going to be keep on putting you off. First of all, you're going to love this, but then again, you will realize that you're going to need to learn something, or you're going to need to do something for a while, for a certain amount of time that you don't want to do. But I strongly suggest you to do this, my gorgeous Erini. Something is going to be keep on putting you off. Maybe you're going to need to be surrounded by the certain people for a while, or maybe you're going to need to be doing things that you don't want to do for a while. Maybe you're going to need to go somewhere you don't want to go for a while. But I strongly suggest you to do this, because you are going to have a pleasant surprise. Whatever was putting you off, it's going to give you completely opposite vibes once you get there. Completely opposite vibes. And it's also, you are going to have a happy surprise, because the other things you're going to learn, you're going to have a happy surprise. The other things you're going to learn, which are ever so important at this stage of your life, when it comes to you having this energy, when it comes to you having a courage, when it comes to you having confidence, especially when it comes to you kind of also becoming aware of a very, very interesting possibilities you wouldn't otherwise become aware of. Oh my God, couple of months down the line, 3 months down the line, my gorgeous Erini, oh my God, you will be looking at this aspect of your life, and you're going to be grateful to God. Listen to me very carefully. You're going to be grateful to God that you decided to take this seriously, because already in 3 months time, oh my God, your life is like kind of going to be on a slightly different level. And this in itself here, it's going to be playing a bigger role than you can possibly imagine. Absolutely brilliant. Oh my goodness. The next important date, my gorgeous Erini, it's going to be on the 22nd of November, or at around the 22nd of November. Again, this is a brilliant message here. You are going to have such an important message, and this is going to surprise you. But this message that you are going to have, it's to do with a certain progress. It's to do with a progress when it comes to something you did not have a progress in a very long time, and it's to do with something that was making you feel frustrated, my God, for so long. And this progress that you are going to have, listen to me very carefully. There are 2 major things I need you to pay attention to. This message that you are going to have about the progress, some kind of a progress, it's to do with a certain aspect of your life that you were frustrated with, and there was no progress, and you did not want to even think about it lately, to be quite honest with you. This is how much this was actually, or this has been actually affecting you. When it comes to this progress, when it comes to this message, there are two things I need you to pay attention to. Number one is the idea that you are going to have. At around that time, you're going to, at that moment in time, there is an idea you are going to have. Focus on that idea as well. And an idea, you wanting to commit to something. You wanting to commit to something. This idea is to do with you wanting to commit to something. That's what I need you to pay attention to. But what I also need you to pay attention to here as well, the second thing is, when it comes to this progress, please do this. When it comes to this progress, you will immediately know that there is something that you're gonna have to do straight away. When you become aware of this progress, whatever this progress is, immediately you will know that there is something you have to do straight away. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for next week. Don't wait for next month. Don't wait for next year. No, baby, no. Do it immediately. And on top of all that, I know that you will be juggling with a few different things. Something will be making you feel a little bit stressed. Yes, I know that, because you will be dealing with few different things. But you must not allow this to affect you to the point where something so important you kind of reject. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. You have to put yourself as a number one. You need to put yourself as a number one. You have to take care of yourself. By taking care of yourself, you will be able to take care of other people in your life as well. Bless your heart. I think that you will be worrying about somebody, but you must not allow that to temper with your own energy, you see. So my point is here that you will have this message, and as soon as you have this message, you will know that you need to do something immediately. Act now. If you do it next week, it's not going to be good. If you do it in 1 month, it's not going to be good. If you do it in 3 days, it's not going to be good. You need to do something immediately. There is something that you're going to need to act now with. By doing, and you will know what this is, because as soon as you become aware of this progress, you're going to be like, oh my God, fantastic, now I'm going to be able to blah, blah, blah. Oh, brilliant, now I need to blah, blah, blah. Oh, now I need to, you need to take this on the next level immediately. Immediately. And the reason why is because you're not going to be restricted. By not being restricted, you're going to be in the flow. Okay? You will be unrestricted, you will not be obstructed, and you will benefit from this very, very powerful flow, which is going to really push you even further than you would normally go. So this is what I need you to remember, to act now. By acting now, you're not going to be restricted. And I know that this sounds really crazy. But you need to make the most of this energy at this moment in time. Indeed, my gorgeous Erini, this is very, very important. This in itself, it's going to be quite enlightening experience indeed. And also, my gorgeous Erini, when it comes to the 25th of November, or at around the 25th of November, your body is going to remind you that your body is missing something. Your body is going to remind you that your body is missing something. So this is to do with something that you used to take regularly. Maybe it's to do with certain food, like a healthy food that was making you feel really good, that it was so essential and so important for your balance. Maybe you were eating like certain strawberries, my God. Maybe you were eating strawberries like every week, for example, like a few years ago. And then something negative happened, and then you just kind of like really stopped eating them. You stopped, and now you're going to be reminded of this. But mind you, I'm just talking about strawberries like an example, where strawberries are extremely rich in vitamin C. On one hand, this means that your body is lacking in vitamin C, of course, but then on another hand, it also means that, you know, it's the food that is doing you more better and more good than you are realizing. Okay? It's the food that is specifically very, very good for you. Because we are all so similar spirits, but we are all so different when it comes to our needs and when it comes to our nutritional needs as well. And I know that this may be boring for some people, but come on, taking care of ourselves and following our intuition, you're not going to be led astray whatsoever. So why am I trying to say that at around this time you will be reminded of something that you used to eat or used to take? Maybe it's like a food, maybe it's like, let's say if it's Brazil nuts, then maybe you're lacking in protein, but this is also something that it's, you know, it's going to do you so good in general. Or maybe it was like some kind of nutritional supplement that you were taking, like for example natural vitamin D, always good. Or maybe like a fish oils or flaxseed oils for those who don't eat fish. You know, like fish oils are like essential for our brain health. Essential, the word essential. Nothing is going to give to your brain like a fish oils or a flaxseed oils, for example. This is essential for our brain health. So if you're suddenly reminded of a fish oil that you used to, but I remember, you remember what I said, it's something that you used to take. You're going to suddenly be reminded of on this particular day. Maybe you're suddenly going to feel like, oh God, suddenly you're going to feel like, oh, I feel like Brazil nuts. My God, I didn't have Brazil nuts in years. I used to have them like every week. This is how it's going to come. Or suddenly you're going to realize, oh my God, I didn't have a fish oils or something. Oh, I think I need fish oils. And you know how your body always lets you know what you feel like. And lots of people just don't really think about that very seriously. Like for example, if your body suddenly needs a certain food and you're reminded of a certain food, you know, it's not only that you fancy this food, but your body needs something which that food contains. But this, when it comes to you, this is going to be way more spiritual. And at around this time when so much is happening here, I think that this is going to be like essential. Whatever you're going to be reminded of here on this particular day, my gorgeous Erini, indeed. And the next important date, it's going to be on the next important date is going to be on the 29th of November, or at around the 29th of November. You will realize on this day, you know, or at around these days, what exactly or where exactly do you need to set the boundaries in your life. You will realize exactly what exactly do you need to, or where exactly do you need to set the boundaries in your life in order to protect your energy. You will realize that there is something has come to an end. You will realize that something is no longer working for you. You will realize that there is something you're going to need to walk away from, you know, and that's what you're going to be thinking about. And you know, something, it's really going to happen unexpectedly after that moment in time. Something very unexpected is going to happen, but it's going to be good. Something unexpected is going to happen, but it's going to be absolutely brilliant. I think that whatever is going to happen here, it's going to be completely unexpected, and you will see that something that was making you worried when it comes to money maybe, or when it comes to finances, you know, something that was making you worried lately, it's connected to money, it's connected to the finances, financial situation or something like that, or things financial or materialistic things even. Something was making you worried, but I see it as a money, I see it as a finances. You are going to have a really pleasant news. That something, like, you see what a crazy month, that something negative that was worrying you, you know, it's actually going to, has come to an end. And this is going to happen after after you, so first of all, you're going to realize that you need to set the boundaries in order to protect your own energy, which is ever so important. And then you're going to realize what exactly do you need to walk away from. You will realize what came to an end. When something comes to an end in our lives, it's tend to drain our energy. And it's tend to make us to drag and drag and drag. And we feel more tired until we acknowledge this aspect of our lives, and then we do something about it. So this is how it's going to start. And then later on that day, you're going to get this information. You're going to realize, like, this is going to be brilliant, because you will know by this information, when you get this information, that there's something negative is going to come to an end, but something that was worrying you about finances and your financial situation, and then you're going to realize, oh my God, I'm going to be able to make this really, really important decision when it comes to you walking away in order to protect your energy. Yeah, and that way you will set the boundaries, my gorgeous Erini, and this is why this is going to be so important indeed. And also, when it comes to the 29th of November, or at around the 29th of November, you know what, I'm not being funny, but this month is going to be absolutely crazy. When it comes to the 29th of November, or at around the 29th of November, you are, something is going to work in your favor, like in terms of like a justice, or justice, or something legal, or something really official. On top of all that, this is not connected to what I've said so far. This is on its own. There's something at around the 29th of November, something is going to work in your favor, like a really important case, maybe like a legal case, or maybe something really official, or maybe something really important, you know, but you are, something is going to work in your favor, or you were expecting someone to make a decision for you, and you were really worrying about it. You were waiting for some kind of information, and whatever you were waiting for is going to be good, it's going to be positive, and there are something is going to work in your favor, which is absolutely brilliant, you know. And after this moment in time, all I can say to you that your life is going to become so much more practical indeed. But remember what I said, try to if there is anything legal that you need to do this month, you know, anything legal, especially anything legal you need to do, you need to sort out, or anything official, just do it. And your energy is going to be amazing. Your energy is going to be amazing. You know, you're going to be shining really brightly. People will be able to notice this, trust me. But it's not only about you shining brightly, it's about you attracting, you know, the right people and the right situations into your life as well. Absolutely brilliant indeed. So now, my gorgeous Erini, I'm just going to see what's going to happen with those of you in relationships. Oh my God. So for those of you in relationships, seriously, I'm not being funny, but this is going to be the beginning of such a beautiful venture in both of your lives. This is the beginning. This month is also the beginning of a really beautiful venture when it comes to those of you who are couples, and especially when it comes to the actual 20th, 21st of November. This time it's going to be really, really important, because your partner is going to come up with this idea. Your partner is going to come up with this suggestion, which you are going to absolutely love. You're going to love this suggestion, but you're really going to be surprised, because it's something that you wanted to do for absolute ages, and every single time when you brought that up, you just ended up having this bickering about it completely unnecessarily. You know, but it wasn't your problem. It was your partner that just wasn't ready. And I think that at the time, your partner was going through something really difficult. Your partner was going through some kind of a pressure. So now your partner is really going to pleasantly surprise you and suggest something to you you wanted to do, both of you, in absolute ages. And this is to do with a new beginning. This is to do with a whole new stage. This is to do with a new venture in your life. And this is exactly what you should both focus focus on. Not only this is the right time to do this, but this is also going to bring you two together so beautifully. This is going to reconnect you so nicely. So that's why you have to follow your intuition, because also, not that long after you both of you are kind of like take this seriously, not that long after, both of you are going to realize that there are so many more possibilities connected to this. There are so many more possibilities. And both of you are going to be like, my God, why didn't we do this earlier? Why didn't we do this earlier? This is going to change both of our lives. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And those of you, my gorgeous Erini, who are single and ready to mingle, you know that you are... You know what I really don't like, because now suddenly you are gonna, have this person on your mind, and I think that this is one of your exes. One of your exes is gonna try to make their return, my gorgeous Erini. And I'm not really too crazy about this person whatsoever. And one of your exes, and maybe you've never had a partner, and maybe you just fancied someone for a while. Do you get what I mean? If you did not have a partner, if you've never had a partner, maybe you fancied someone for a while, and that wasn't the right person for you whatsoever. So, but if you did have a relationship, this is going to be one of your exes, if you know what I mean. So I do not think that this is the right person to be with, and something is going to remind you of this person. Something is going to remind you of this person, and then that person is going to get in touch with you, and then you're going to be, oh God, I was just thinking about you the other day, and it's going to be that kind of a moment. But listen, you do in your life whatever you want to do, my gorgeous Erini, but at the end of the day, like, there is not something right with this person. I think that this person is like a little bit naughty, I think this person is like a little bit dishonest, and I think that this person would always have some kind of a problems with you. So this is why you need to be really, really strong when it comes to that particular person trying to return into your life. But it's just all gonna happen in that way, where you're gonna think like, oh my God, this is really weird. But then yes, in terms of synchronicities, it is going to be, but it doesn't necessarily always mean that something positive is actually going to come out of it. And this is why you need to be strong. But what I need you to focus on at around the end of the month, like, I think it's going to be like a group of people going to be talking, wanting to go somewhere, do something, group of people who want to go out somewhere or something like that, and you will be aware of it. And I know this is going to sound weird. You will be aware of it, and you will end up going somewhere. Maybe it's just going to be lunch, maybe it's just going to be going somewhere out. I know you're going to be surrounded by the group of people, and I know that you are going to have such a great time, and this is going to happen before the end of this month. So you will be socializing, you will be having a really great time, and you are going to meet like a few different people. You're going to come across these few different people. I'm not saying that you're going to necessarily have this relationship with one of them, but I'm just saying that you are going to have such a great time. There are a couple of people that are about to walk into your life, but not like on a romantic level, more like on a friend level. But these two people who are about to walk into your life on a friend level, those people are gonna be primarily responsible for you meeting somebody very, very nice and very interesting, like very, very soon indeed. So you see, again, one thing is going to lead into another. So now, my gorgeous Erini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what your tarot card of the month is going to be. I get these ones. Okay, I've got some here. These are one of my favorites. I don't know why. They're like a little bit dark, but I like them. Okay, anyway, so now, my gorgeous Erini, I'm just going to see, I'm going to see what is your tarot card. To think for a second. I'm going to see what is your tarot card of the month. By the way, that's the one that just turned itself around. Look. You're going to make a brave move, baby. There is no doubt about that whatsoever. But let me just see what is going to be a tarot. Come on, man. Oh, God. Let me just see what's going to be a Tarotina Cardina of the Mantina. Tarotina Cardina of the Mantina. Look, let's just see my... there you go. It just came by itself. Ace of Swords. Look at this. Your energy, it's going to completely change. Your energy, it's about to change. You know. And I'm not saying that you are all down and negative, but you will see how things are going to pick up for you, you know, this month. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, you know, there are a couple of things that are going to give you strong and positive vibes. Couple of things that you've never even noticed before. Okay? Couple of things are going to give you strong and positive vibes that you've never even noticed before. Suddenly, you will want to try something you never tried before. First thing is going to be in the first part of month. Second thing is going to be the second part of month. Something really little and nothing major, but it's going to lead towards really big things you are going to realize and find out about yourself that otherwise you would never find out. And this in itself, what you're going to find out, it's ever so essential when it comes to your personal evolution. This is why this is going to be so important. Okay, my gorgeous Erini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful. You see, lots of people don't realize how powerful blue topaz actually is, especially when it comes to activating your third psychic eye. Yes, lots of people do not realize how significant and how powerful blue topaz actually is, because once we activate our third psychic eye, we start to understand things we never understood before. We kind of elevate ourselves both spiritually and mentally as well. This in itself, it's ever so important when it comes to understanding so much about ourselves in general, understanding so much about this life in general. You know, it really helps you to go through and to go forward in life with a completely kind of deeper, with a completely different understanding, much deeper, much more spiritual, much more serene when it comes to things that have been kind of bringing you down, when it comes to things that have been scaring you, when it comes to things that have been draining your energy in general. All this stops when you wear blue topaz. Why? Because you see things differently, and you know, because it activates your third psychic eye. You elevate yourself to the point where you see literally every single aspect in your life in a completely different light. So why is this so important? Well, it's important when it comes to you progressing in life and making the most out of life, but it's also ever so important when it comes to you protecting your precious energy. You know, it helps you to protect your precious energy as well, and this is why it's so significant. I mean, look at this. Absolutely stunning, my gorgeous people. And this is a handmade, a sterling silver bracelet, okay, handmade sterling silver gate bracelet. It's 7.5 inches long and it's 10 millimeter wide, so that is quite wide. And of course, this is like a really high quality blue topaz crystalline, and this is something that I would highly recommend you to wear, my gorgeous people. And blue topaz also allow you to channel your inner wisdom and find a perfect pathway to successful opportunities, you know. And to be quite honest with you, like anyone who wears this will embrace will embrace their authentic self and trust, you know, you will trust your own power, and you will most certainly, you know, do things in life that are gonna bring you success in general. You know, you tend to make the right decisions when you wear these powerful crystals. So whether these decisions are like when it comes to your life in general, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your success, when it comes to your career, when it comes to money, you know, it does help you quite a lot, you know, to make the right decision, because it grounds you. It grounds you in a really specific way. Can you imagine how powerful this crystal is when on one hand it activates your third psychic eye, therefore you elevate, you become so spiritual like never before. But then on another hand, it's also very powerful when it comes to grounding at the same time, when it comes to you recentering yourself at the same time. And this is why, because you don't worry about things that you shouldn't be worrying about. And very often as well, people don't realize how draining this is on our overall energy, you know, and we are not able to get in our life, you know, to the certain stage, you know, as quick as we actually could. So it really is ever so important when it comes to you realigning yourself like instantly as soon as you put this on, my gorgeous people. I really highly suggest you to get this beautiful blue topaz handmade bracelet for yourself, or you can buy it for somebody else. If you think that somebody else can benefit from it, you know, why wouldn't you buy it for them? It's absolutely beautiful. And the link to buy this gorgeous bracelet, my gorgeous people, it's going to be in the description below, or it's going to be, or I'm also going to pin the actual link on top of the comment section as well. But it is a rather beautiful bracelet, and of course I only have a few of these in stock now.